Shall I start? Good morning, students. Myself, Tidekar Madam. Today we are going to see the lecture of the 11th standard. My subject is English. Welcome, students, for this lecture. Now today I am going to see the poem 2.2. The name of the poem is The Sower. This poem is written by Torulata Datta. Actually, this poem is written by Victor Hugo and it is translated by Torulata Datta. See, first of all we will see the icebreakers. First question in that, make a list of words related to agriculture. Which are the words used for agriculture? Now, which words are related to the agriculture field? First is farmer, then crop, fields, sow, reap, plow, irrigate, harvest. These are the words which are related to the agricultural field. Now, next question. Discuss the activities carried out by a farmer. Which activities are doing the farmer in their fields? First, what they do? The plowing of the field. After plowing, they sow the seeds in their field. Then they are irrigating, and after all that they are harvesting the crop. So which are the activities? First plowing, second sowing, third irrigating and harvesting. Next question, make a list of occupations or professions that make a significant contribution to the society. In our country, engineering, teaching and medical fields are much sought after. That means these are the fields which are very popular. But there are some other professions or occupations, though they are significant, though they are doing the important contribution to the society, but then too they are not getting their due, they are not getting their right. So which are all that fields? We will see. First field is farmer. Now farmers, who is a highly ambitious person, who is doing his work, who is highly unpredictable economic gains here he is getting. Then next, conservancy workers. What about them? They are engaged in the occupations involving health risks in unsanitary conditions without required work gear and equipment. Next profession or next occupation is house help. The people who are doing the house help, what about them? What is their contribution? What they are doing? They are doing a lot of work, but they have no paid time off. They have not decided the minimum wages, and they are not getting the old age benefits. Then there are some workers who are known as the daily wage workers. What about them? They are very unsafe. They are living very unsafe life. There is gender inequality for them. They have no housing, no proper education, no health care. Then other occupation is street vendors. They are getting the uncertain income and they are facing the harassment. So these are some other occupations or professions which are doing the significant contribution to the society, but then too they are not getting the proper due, they are not getting their rights. Next question from the icebreakers. Agriculture is the backbone of the Indian economy. Fill in the boxes. Supporting this statement, complete the following web. There is a given web on the page number 71. Agriculture is the backbone of the India. Mostly Indians are living on agriculture. So now we have to tell about this in the supporting boxes about this statement. First is solved here. A large part of Indian population is involved in agriculture. India's most of the population is involved in the agriculture sector. Next, India's entire population of more than 1 billion depend every day on the food crops grown by the farmers. The Indian people, how many people? 1 billion of people depend every day on the food crops which are grown by the farmers. Next, survival of the population without other industries like IT, automobile is possible, but it is not possible without agriculture. That means for living, people had to depend on agriculture only. And last, diverse geography and climate of India allows a variety of crops to be grown suited to the local conditions. Okay, now these are the icebreakers. Now we will see the page number 72. Here the information about the poet is given. Actually, this original poem is written by Victor Hugo. Victor Hugo is a poet. In the same way, he is a novelist and a dramatist also of the 19th century. He is one of the 19th century's most important poet, novelist and dramatist. He was famous for his French romantic writing. Though he regarded as in France as one of the country's greatest poets, and he is better known for his novel. Which novel? Notre Dame de Paris, which was written in 1831, and Les Miserables, which was written in 1862. These are one of the famous novels of the Victor Hugo. Now, this poem is translated by Torulata Datta. Original poem is written by Victor Hugo and it is translated by Torulata Datta. Now, the background of the Torulata Datta we will see. She is a Bengali poet, also known as Toru. She wrote in English and in the French also. She was born on 4th March 1856 in Kolkata. She is considered to be the first Indian poetess to write verses in English and French. She translated dozens of poems and completed a novel before her death at the age of 21. Her poems such as Sita, Lotus, Our Casuarina Tree are well loved. See, Torulata Datta यांनी खरं तर ही जी व्हिक्टर ह्युगो या फ्रेंच कवीनं लिहिलेली जी कविता आहे तिचं ट्रान्सलेशन इंग्रजीमध्ये केलं ते तोरुलता दत्त यांनी. तोरुलता दत्त या एक बेंगॉली कवयित्री आहेत. त्या तोरू या नावाने सुद्धा प्रसिद्ध आहेत. त्यांनी इंग्रजीमध्ये आणि फ्रेंच भाषेमध्ये लेखन केलं. त्यांचा जन्म 4 मार्च 1856 रोजी झाला कोलकात्यामध्ये आणि त्यांना खरं तर भारतीय पहिली कवयित्री म्हणून ओळखलं जातं. त्यांनी इंग्रजीमध्ये आणि फ्रेंच भाषेमध्ये लेखन केलं. तोरुलता दत्त यांनी जवळजवळ डझनभर कवितांचं ट्रान्सलेशन केलं आणि त्यांच्या मृत्यू अगोदर, म्हणजे त्यांचा मृत्यू साधारणतः वयाच्या 21व्या वर्षी झाला, त्याच्या अगोदर त्यांनी त्यांची लाईफमधली पहिली नॉवेल लिहून पूर्ण केली. त्यांनी काही जे रायटिंग केलेलं आहे त्याच्यापैकी प्रसिद्ध असं जे आहे ते म्हणजे सीता, लोटस, अवर कॅश्यूनट ट्री, या ज्या त्यांच्या कविता आहेत त्या खूप प्रसिद्ध आहेत. नेक्स्ट पॅरा. द सोवर इज अ ट्रान्सलेशन ऑफ विक्टर ह्युगोज पोयम सेशन डेस सिमॅलिड्स लिसोवर. इट इज ट्रान्सलेटेड बाय तोरू दत्त फ्रॉम फ्रेंच टू इंग्लिश. The sower is a poem about a farmer who is sowing seeds. She has seen many bad harvests in his life. However, he is so optimistic of having a good harvest every time he tosses grain. See, The sower ही जी कविता आहे ती व्हिक्टर ह्युगो यांनी लिहिलेल्या कवितेचं केलेलं ट्रान्सलेशन आहे. ओरिजिनल कविता व्हिक्टर ह्युगो यांनी लिहिली, त्या कवितेचं नाव आहे सेशन डेस सिमाइल्स लिसोवर. त्या कवितेचं ट्रान्सलेशन तोरुलता दत्त यांनी केलं आणि त्या कवितेला नाव दिलं त्यांनी द सोवर. ही कविता जी आहे द सोवर ही खरं तर फार्मर म्हणजेच शेतकऱ्याच्या जीवनावरती लिहिलेली आहे. शेतकरी शेतामध्ये बियाणे पेरतो आणि तो पेरणी झाल्यानंतर आपल्या पिकाच्या कापणीची स्वप्न बघायला सुरुवात करतो. खरं तर या शेतकऱ्याने आपल्या जीवनामध्ये बऱ्याच वेळा शेताची पेरणी आणि त्याची कापणी केलेली आहे आणि तो प्रत्येक वेळी स्वप्न किंवा आशा बाळगतो मनामध्ये की यावेळी मला खरंच खूप चांगल्या पद्धतीनं चांगलं धान्य मिळेल, भरपूर माझं पीक चांगलं येईल आणि त्याचा मला फायदा होईल, अशी स्वप्न तो आपल्या जमिनीमध्ये बियाणे पेरताना पाहत असतो. नाव द पोएम. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल रीड द पोएम. यू लिसन इट केअरफुली. सी पेज नंबर 72. सी द पोएम. Sitting in a porchway cool sunlight, I see dying fast. Twilight hastens on to rule. Working hours have well nigh passed. Shadows run across the lands, but the sower lingers still. Old in rags, he patient stands. Looking on, I feel a thrill. Black and high, his silhouette dominates the furrows deep. Now to sow the task is set. Soon shall come a time to reap. Marches he along the plain, to and fro, and scatters wide from his hands the precious grain. Muse I as I see him stride. Darkness deepens, fades the light. Now his gestures to mine eyes are august and strange. His height seems to touch the starry skies. See, this is the poem. The poem is very nice, very beautiful one. This is. Now you read the poem silently, then we will see the poem. We will make a group of 4 lines and we will see that. See now. First 4 lines. Sitting in a porchway cool sunlight, I see dying fast. Twilight hastens on to rule. Working hours have well nigh passed. See, in this poem, the poetess Torulata Datta says that I am seated in front of my house watching the evening scene. Before the sun is setting, twilight has set in. Daylight is fast fading as night falls upon the earth. Working hours are almost over. कवयित्री या कवितेमध्ये शेतकऱ्याचं शेताची पेरणी करतानाचं दृश्य जे आहे ते रंगवताना आपल्याला दिसते. कवयित्री आपल्या घराच्या प्रवेशद्वारापाशी संध्याकाळच्या वेळेला सूर्यास्त होताना ते दृश्य शांत निवांत बसून निहाळत बसलेली आहे. आपल्याला माहिती आहे की सूर्य मावळताना अगदी झपाट्याने तो सरकतो पुढे आणि आकाशामध्ये संधी प्रकाश पसरायला सुरुवात होते. तसं कवयित्री आपल्या घराच्या समोर प्रवेशद्वारामध्ये बसून त्या संध्याकाळच्या सूर्यास्ताचं दृश्य पाहण्यामध्ये मग्न आहे. सूर्य झपाट्याने मावळतोय, आकाशात सगळीकडे संधी प्रकाश पसरलेला आहे आणि जमिनीवरती लांबच्या लांब सावल्या दिसत आहेत. जणू काही त्या सावल्यांचा खेळ सुरू झाला आहे. आणि संध्याकाळची वेळ म्हणजे काय तर शेतकऱ्यांच्या शेतामधल्या कामाचा शेवट, त्या दिवसाचं काम संपवण्याची वेळ. तर जवळजवळ शेतामधली काम संपवण्याची वेळ आता येऊन ठेपलेली आहे. सी हिअर आर सम वर्ड्स. पोर्च वे, फर्स्ट वर्ड. पोर्च वे. पोर्च वे मीन्स अ वरांडा ऑर अ कव्हर्ड शेल्टर इन फ्रंट ऑफ अ बिल्डिंग. घराच्या समोर जो असणारा जो वरांडा असतो, पोर्च असतो, दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ पोर्च वे. वेल नाय, वन मोर वर्ड इज देअर. वेल नाय. वेल नाय मीन्स almost but not completely or exactly just about, म्हणजेच खूप जवळ. See, the poetess is sitting in front of her house in a veranda and sitting there she is watching a sunset. Actually, the time has come of the sunset and the poetess saw the shadows are lengthened. It is a time to finish the work of the whole day and the poetess was watching that scene. She was very engaged. She was very busy in watching that scene. Now the next one, stanza. Shadows run across the lands, but a sower lingers still. Old in rags, he patient stands, looking on. I feel a thrill. See, in the dimness of the sunlight, in the dimness of the dusk, the poetess sees a farmer is still among his fields. The farmer is still working in his field. How is this farmer? The poetess see that the farmer is old, farmer is poor, but he is working very patiently in his field and he is very happy. Though it is a tiring work, then too the farmer is very happy and working in his field. And the poet is watching to the farmer in a thrill, in an excitement. See now? कवयित्री सांगते की समोरच्या शेतात जरी आता दिवस मावळायला गेलेला आहे, सूर्यप्रकाश आता कमी झालेला आहे, सगळीकडे अंधाराची झावळ पडायला लागलेली आहे, तरीही तो शेतकरी अजून शेतामध्येच आहे. शेतामध्येच तिला दिसतो. ती पाहते की हा जो शेतकरी आहे तो कसा आहे, वयाने वृद्ध आहे, थोडंसं वय त्याचं जास्त आहे, त्याच्या अंगावरचे जे कपडे आहेत घातलेले त्याने ते जीर्ण झालेत आणि तो एक कष्टकरी माणूस की जो त्याच्या शेतामध्ये राबतोय, तो त्याच्या शेतामध्ये कसा चिकाटीने काम करतोय हे शेतकरीचं दृश्य कवयित्री अगदी आश्चर्याने चकित होऊन पाहत राहते. सी हिअर आर सम वर्ड्स. सोवर. Sower means the person who implants the seeds, the person who grows the seeds, who sow the seeds. शेतकरी जो शेतामध्ये शेताची पेरणी करतो तो. नेक्स्ट वर्ड लिंगर्स. लिंगर्स means hangs around or remains, means रेंगाळणे. See, the poetess sees that the shadows run across the lands, but the farmer is still lingering in his fields. The farmer is old, he had wear the ragged clothes, old clothes, but then too he is working in his field very patiently. And the poetess is watching that scene in an excitement, in a thrill. कवयित्री आश्चर्याने त्या शेतकऱ्याकडे बघतीये. तो वृद्ध शेतकरी अतिशय शांतपणे, कष्टाने, चिकाटीने आपल्या शेतातलं काम कसं करतोय. संध्याकाळ झाली तरीही तो घराकडे परतत नाही, तर तरीही अजून त्याचं काम चालूच आहे. हे शेतकऱ्याचं दृश्य, तो सीन कवयित्री विचारमग्न होऊन पाहत असते. नाव नेक्स्ट स्टॅन्झा. ब्लॅक अँड हाय हिज अ सिल्युएट डॉमिनेट्स द फरोज डीप. नाव टू सो द टास्क इज सेट. सून शाल कम अ टाइम टू रीप. Here are two words, silhouette. Silhouette. Silhouette means shape or outline of someone against a brighter background. मागे जो प्रखर प्रकाश असतो तो केवळ भयाकर दिसणाऱ्या काळी आकृती आहे. सी द नेक्स्ट वर्ड, फरोज. फरोज means line or a trench or a canal. These are the two words in these lines. See, I will repeat the lines. Black and high, his silhouette dominates the furrows deep. Now to sow the task is set, soon shall come a time to reap. The poetess feels respect for the farmer. The figure of the farmer in the dark evening she saw in this soil, and the farmer is ready for his task of sowing. He is ready for sowing, and while sowing he sees the dreams about the future that he will harvest the crop. Okay, we will see this stanza afterwards again. Thank you.